Okay, I'm walking up the hill, and there's a big red maple that I have. I really like that. One year I had the idea that I would try to move it. That was not too smart because the trunk was way too big. So it's there. This is a little garden here on the edge with Vermillionaire, the copia, the orange little cigar plant, people call them. And in front of that, there's some salvia, and there's a black and blue BLUE salvia. There's many types of salvias, and the reason I have a lot of them is because hummingbirds really like them. Here's another type. This is the salvia, the hot lip salvia. I have 4 plants of it right there, and that almost gets to be like a hedge when they, keep going. And here I have cardinal vine, and that will grow all up these stakes here. And I have some celosia here. I cut off that bleeding heart not long ago, a couple weeks ago, and it's already sprouted. They are really tough plants. And this is a Japanese willow, dappled willow shrub that is huge, and it takes up a lot of space, and that's okay with me because this is an area where I have a lot of ground cover, and you can't have things planted all throughout this half-acre yard. This is an area where I had someone, a new friend, come in, and she took some of the ferns, and as you can see, there's more that are here, and I'd like to clear this area. This is the pile of mulch that we got. We had it out on the street, and we had to haul it back here, so this is like a holding area. And here you can see the species daylilies coming, as well as a big, huge area here of daylilies planted. There's primrose, the yellow flowers are primrose. Truth be told, I did not even get in here and take away the dead foliage on these daylilies or weed. There's lots of violets, wild violets in here, and another ground cover in here. I just can't do everything like I used to. There are some scapes coming already. Usually I have plants up here, but I decided, potted plants, I decided to move them to keep everything down below. That is, this plant right here is called blue suede shoes. That's a salvia. And this is Tithonia, which is Mexican sunflower. I just planted that a few days ago. I put stones around a lot of my plants and chicken wire cages to protect them from the rabbits, and also to keep, when I water, bring milk jugs full of water up here, trying to keep the water towards the plant so it doesn't run off. This poor little pentas plant, I moved up, dug it out of a pot and put it up here. I don't know if it's going to live, but I have plenty of other plants if it doesn't make it. Here are, in the front, are 2 porterweed plants. I took cuttings of those over the winter and planted those outside. And this is the tall Brazilian verbena that just started to bloom. That's for the butterflies. This is Jacob Klein bee balm, and you can see that it's just getting ready to open. Here I have zinnias that I grew from seed and planted in here, and as extra protection I put chicken wire cages around them. This is another kind of bee balm. I think it's called raspberry wine. And here's a new grouping of mostly Rockin' Deep purple, although there is an Amistad back there that overwintered, which is right there. And that's the salvia plant that'll get about 4 or 5 feet tall. And the Mexican sage plant, they also get to be very tall, maybe 5 to 6 feet tall. I do have two different types of salvia in front here, which is the Rockin' Fuchsia and also the black and blue. And have a few daylilies here, and rudbeckia, as well as Japanese forest grass. This is a black and bloom plant, B-L-U-E, that overwintered. This is the third year in a row that it overwintered. Looking back this way, you can see right here, there's some scapes on that daylily and some over there. This salvia is called Mulberry Jam, and that's a tall one. And here are two Rockin' Fuchsia, as well as one that overwintered in the middle there and came back. I'm going to turn it off and continue with the next one.